Guys, if you don't know, I'm primarily invested into altcoins, right? I want it to be altcoin season so bad. And every time that I see any type of major movement, I see any type of decreasing of the dominance and all of that, I'm looking for altcoin season to be right around the corner. But everything is leading to that. Yes, we can see a massive pullback that could happen at any moment, right? We have a lot of news and a lot of things that are going on in government, in businesses, in adoption and acceptance, and it's just a lot to deal with. And if anything is taken as any type of negative, we could see that kind of pull back a little bit. So that's still in my thought process. However, the crypto market is looking amazing. My portfolio is looking amazing. And that's because I am primarily invested in altcoins. You see the movement in Bitcoin or saw the movement in Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is kind of steady. It's flat. It's not moving as much, while everything else in the market, a lot of bigger name items, bigger name projects are making these moves. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to go through some of the biggest crypto news, and we're going to look at the fact that it's nearly approaching altcoin season. Is it here? Honestly, I don't know, right? This looks like the start, but you know what we've seen in the past, right? Bitcoin got down to 61% dominance, and then suddenly it was back up to a 65% dominance, and that can happen in literally a blink of an eye. Now, let's talk about this. Before we get started, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you want to check out my link for BTCC, that link is in the description, and you guys can get a 10% deposit bonus when you specifically use my link, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055. You can also get 40% lower trading fees, and you can trade all the way up to a 500x leverage. Some of my leverage trades are going amazing, and I'm still not done with them. I took profit on some of the plays already, so I don't really need to take any more profit from it as of right now. But if you look at some of the plays, auction is up by 15%, 16% for compound. If you look at the 10x leverages, I'm up 677% on Ethereum, $763 out of the 112 that's sitting there, 746% on Caspa, 516% on AVAX, and looking about 82% up on Jasmy Coin. So things are looking great in my leverage trading portfolio in my platform. If you guys want to get gains like this or learn how to do this, feel free to check out my link down below for BTCC. Sign up, and you can check out Patreon. Reach out to me, ask me questions. I'm open to explaining exactly what my strategy actually is, because it's fairly simple, right? Especially with the speculative market. Anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get into the biggest news in crypto, right? The past week has been significant activity in cryptocurrency market, characterized by record inflows, regulatory advancements, and rising institutional interest. Here are the takeaways. I love AI. I'm just going to say that. I absolutely love AI because they really do summarize things well to really break things down. Yes, you can go into detail a little bit more by going into those articles, but just getting a full breakdown of the biggest news that's happening in crypto right now, it's a game changer for being able to summarize a lot of this stuff. So regulatory advancements in the U.S. The Genius Act, U.S. President Donald Trump signed the Genius Act into law, marking the country's first major piece of crypto legislation focused on stablecoin regulation. This establishes a framework for dollar peg cryptocurrencies, potentially paving the way for their increased use in everyday payments. House passes market structure bill. The U.S. House of Representatives also passed a broader bill aimed at developing a comprehensive regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies and expanding the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's oversight. Analysis perspective. You have an economist and author of Crypto is Macro. Now, Crypto is Macro Now newsletter. Emphasize the significance of the Genius Act as the first crypto-focused law in the U.S., highlighting its potential to embed stablecoins deeply into the global financial landscape, making it difficult to overturn by future administrations. Market performance and institutional adoption. Crypto market reaches a $4 trillion market cap. The overall crypto market capitalization exceeded $4 trillion on Friday, according to CoinGecko data, reflecting a growing shift from a niche asset class to a more central part of the investment landscape, which is crazy because, again, there have been a lot of people that have claimed crypto would never get back to a $2 or $3 trillion market cap, let alone break or get to a $4 trillion market cap. It's phenomenal. Ether surge. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, reached its highest level this year, with analysts attributing the rise to investor migration from Bitcoin in search of yield opportunities in decentralized finance, DeFi. Following the stablecoin legislation ban on interest payments on regulated stablecoins, Ether climbed 18% last week and 43% over the past 2 weeks, marking its strongest 2 week period since August 2021. Record inflow ETFs, corporate Bitcoin treasuries as well. Obviously, you talk about the ETFs with Bitcoin and Ethereum and newer ETFs that are coming to the scene, right? But Bitcoin, corporate Bitcoin treasuries. Companies are increasingly adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, following the lead of Strategy, or formerly MicroStrategy, the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin. Strategy acquired another 6,220 Bitcoin for $739 million. So obviously, you see the massive adoption and massive conversation that's hovering around Bitcoin. I can't complain about it. I obviously love the growth and what's going on with Bitcoin overall, what's going on with cryptocurrency overall. Different notable things that are happening, right? You have the DCX hack. You have Ethereum validator signed a gas limit increase, and you have some other news as well. So there's definitely some big things that are going on in crypto, and that's why you see a lot of hype and a lot of attention around it, especially with the regulation, right? The regulatory clarity that we want to have overall. But if you look at the crypto market, it currently stands at a $3.94 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's dominance, I think this is the most important piece, especially for my narrative here. We're looking at 59.6% dominance for Bitcoin, 11.6% for Ethereum, and you're seeing some dominance of 4 to 5% for XRP, which is a big deal as the third largest cryptocurrency there. Bitcoin is sitting at $117,000, while Ethereum's at a $3,700, $3,800 mark. Bitcoin is slightly down. You're also seeing XRP that is up by about 2%, BNB that's up by 2%, Solana up by 8%, 8% for Dogecoin, 5% for Cardano. You see I guess this has adjusted a little bit. Stellar, that's up by 1%, 1.5% for SUI, and a lot of altcoins are actually in the positive, while some may be a little bit negative. But what's great to see is the coins that are next in line, right? The Ethereum, the XRP, the BNB, all of those are positive as of right now, sitting at a $455 billion market cap, a $212 billion market cap, a $106 billion market cap, $105 billion market cap, right? They're definitely seeing some major impacts here, and you can see that, right? Altcoin season. We are 55 out of 100. We are closing in on altcoin season, which is a huge deal, an absolutely huge deal that we have to take into account here as we look at this. So we may be here, right? It may be time. We may be looking at this and seeing a lot of growth, but you know what could happen, right? We could see that completely reverse. We've seen it in the past. We are looking at a lot of positive news that's going on right now and a lot of interest because of that positive news. So with that being said, take it all with a grain of salt. I'm excited for what I'm holding. I'm not letting it go, even if we do see a downfall, even if we do see it pump up. I'm not letting things go because I know of what it's going to be, and I have my exit plan, my price targets, and when I hit those price targets, that's where you'll see some of those sells and profit taking. So I want to know what you guys think about where we stand. Are we in altcoin season? Is it because of all of these this regulation, this regulatory clarity that we're having with crypto in general, and the surge of ETFs and money that's flowing into cryptocurrency as a whole? We're getting closer and closer. If we're not there, we're literally right around the corner. So let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.